All right, man. Let's talk about Ed Oliver rumor going around uh with the Detroit Lions. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel next to the subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Uh, PayPal link subscription now is just a proposed trade, but some buzz going around this about the last couple months too. Is that the Buffalo Bills? The rumor is want to trade Ed Oliver. I think he on the last year of his deal, 10.8 million or something like that, and they want to trade Ed Oliver to create room to go trade and get DeAndre Hopkins. So it's his Lions Bills trade proposal intriguing for defensive tackle. So says Detroit Lions will have done a great job revamping the defense. The side of the ball was their biggest weakness 2022 season. They just missed out on the playoffs despite being 9-8 heading to 2023. They'll be much improved on that side of the ball. Secondary, the Lions are in position to address defensive line needs a number 6 pick. Okay, again. So let's try and get to the good stuff. He said there was rumors swirling earlier this offseason that Oliver could be traded after being posting Christian messages on social media hinting at his time to franchise being over. For now, Oliver remains a Bill general manager. Brandon Bean has hinted at wanting to extend that relationship, but if there was truth to those rumors, they want to move Oliver. That could trade between Lions and Bill look like Detroit could offer a second round pick in the fifth to a Buffalo exchange for Oliver. For Buffalo would clear 10.7 million more in cap space. That would make it easier to add some such receiver as DeAndre Hopkins to bolster the offense. The extra draft capital wouldn't help them replenish the roster, the Bill Buffalo roster. For one, I think a second and a fifth is a little bit expensive for Ed Oliver, and I gotta pay him. So I think it's a little bit spicy. I think it's a little bit spicy. I'm willing to maybe say a 3 and like a 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up a second and a 5 for him. I'm not just giving a second for him. He really only worked for 3 at the most. Because I got to pay him. You know? So in my mind, he really only worked for 3. And I'm pretty sure they got a game plan in the draft to attack that need. And it'd be a lot cheaper. Even if drafting the guy, it'd be a lot cheaper than playing Ed Oliver. But, you know, Ed Oliver, you know, good football player. You know, got 14 quarterback hits the last 2 years, 6.5 sacks the last 2 years. You know, but you know the type of money that he's looking for, you expect more. Like Jeffrey Simons would have been worth it. So you know, like I said before, I think that's a little bit too expensive for him. Maybe I really go a third, or maybe a fourth and a fifth, third and a fifth at the most. But yeah, that's as far as I actually be willing to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if not, guess what? I can find, you know, cheaper options in the draft. I can find cheaper options in the drafts. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can find cheaper options in the draft, and that's just being real. So, and it ain't like he Jeffrey Simons or nothing like that. I'm pretty sure he looking for that type of money, and he ain't that type of defensive tackle. So I'm not sure if you want, even though you got money, and I think they probably got a plan with that money. If it's for the here and now after the June 1st cuts or whatever the actual plan is, I think you know, be pretty rich for your blood. You know, that's a lot for Ed Oliver. I mean, I don't even think he ever made a Pro Bowl. No. So yeah, you know, very talented guy. You banking on him to be talented and and come do his thing. But I think there's other options in the draft that, could be cheaper and may produce a little bit more. So he been around the ringer a little bit, and I don't think he kind of really lived up to his expectations neither. But he would be nice to have for the right price. You have to negotiate a contract and all this shit. You had to do all this before the draft, so the ball will have to get rolling unless y'all just gonna just bank on franchise tagging him next year. But then he still ain't gonna be happy if he don't get his money. So that's gonna be the problem. He still ain't gonna be happy if he don't get his money. So is he gonna give 100% or whatever? I mean, contract year, you expect him to give 100%. You expect him to give 100, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see. So, we got. I think that offer a little bit too rich for my blood. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta pay old boy. Sorry for Mason barking. And you gotta pay him. So I think it's a little bit too rich for the blood, but that's my opinion on it. I think I'm more likely to try to just get him a third for him. And they're really desperate for trade for DeAndre Hopkins. You really could be a savage and just go say, you know what? Y'all don't take what we giving you. We just gonna get Hopkins, and y'all can just figure something else out of receiver and with Ed Oliver. And we'll put it out there that Ed Oliver, y'all trying to move Ed Oliver, so he gonna be even more pissed that y'all want to pay him. Y'all preferred Hopkins or a receiver over Ed Oliver. So it's a lot of different ways that they can. It's a lot of different ways that the Lions really could play it. You really can get dirty with them too. But I wouldn't mind having them. But at what financial cost and what draft capital cost? I don't think a 2 and a 5 is expensive. I barely wanted to give up a 2 for Jalen Ramsey. He ain't nowhere near Jalen Ramsey. He younger. Let me see how old he is. He younger. He is 25 years old, so he may be 26 this year. Yeah, he younger. Yeah, he'll be 26 at the end of the season, December 12th. So let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.